I'm going to tell you a story that started with about 5 years ago that, to me, explained exactly what every decision that I made touched on some other decision, and actually it was all preordained. It had already been. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to take these cards, Kristen. All right, and do you know how to shuffle? Oh my gosh! Of course I gotta. Of course I do. Of course she does. I want you to just go ahead and shuffle and just mix them up and just move them through. We're gonna tell as we go through the story here. I want to tell you about something that started about 5 years ago. It was a warm May day, and I got a phone call from my daughter. And with 5 words, she absolutely changed the course of her life and my life. She said, "Dad, I needed a kidney transplant." My adult daughter, married, successful mother, all of a sudden turned into my little baby girl. It was, my thoughts were as mixed up as these cards. I didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go in my life. But little did I know that all the choices had kind of already been made. They had already been laid out, the steps that we're going to take, that everything was going to be all right. Now, I want you to do me a favor. Just go ahead and go through that deck and just pick a card. Just don't look at them. Just pick a card that just kind of feels right to you. That just, if you get a sense from it, just lay it down here on the table. I'm going to do the same thing. All right. So I want you to take that card and put it in a pocket or something. Take this one, and I'll take yours, and just put it in that pocket. All right. And then we'll get back to them later. But this way, you don't know what my card is. I don't know what your card is. Okay. So again, we were all jumbled up. We didn't know what to do. And we moved into action. Everyone in the family started getting tested to find out if and they could only test 2 people at a time. And every time they test someone, find out they weren't a match, and test someone else. So finally got to my opportunity to test, and found out that I was a match for my daughter. And said, okay, we're going to put the steps in place to become, for me to give my kidney to my daughter. Well, the folks at Hopkins came to us and said, we'd like you to be part of what's called the paired donor program. And what that means is that my daughter was going to get a kidney from someone closer to her age. We say it was younger but not better looking, the kidney. And then I was going to give my kidney to someone else. And it turned out that when that was all put into place, it actually ended up being 8 different surgeries. 4 people that were going to be giving up a kidney, and 4 people that were going to be receiving. People that didn't know each other, people that from all over the United States. We didn't know where. I knew my daughter's kidney was coming from. Was going to be coming from California, and mine was going to go to Minnesota to the Mayo Clinic. But that was it. That's all we knew. But all of this was going to happen at one time, and so we just said, okay, let's be a part of that. On that day, surgeries are happening. My kidney disappears, goes to Minnesota. And so at that time, I wrote a note to go along with it. I said here, all the blessings in the world, and my kidney likes to stay hydrated, so drink lots of water, okay? And then we went on with our life. So you get those pretty well mixed up. Let's see, take a look. Let's turn them over, take a look. They look pretty good, right? All right. We're going to set them up to the side and come back to yours. I want everyone to watch what I do right here, okay? I'm going to take these cards right here, and I'm going to cut them. And that's the last time I'm going to touch that deck of cards. So if you will, straighten them up and put them right in front of you.
In front of me?
In front of you. Okay, so we went through and we did our surgeries. Let's fast forward a year. My daughter's doing incredible. She has a brand new lease on life. I went through about 8 weeks worth of recovery that included me picking up a deck of cards for the first time in my life. I'd never had a deck of cards in my hand. I'm telling you, Joyce was so tired of me walking around going, is this your card? Is this your card? And so a year goes by, everything's very much back to normal and above. And I get an email from someone that says, I have your kidney. As it turns out, we followed it up with a phone call. My kidney, while it was a direct match to my daughter, also a direct match to a middle-aged Italian guy, go figure, in Minneapolis, who lived 15 minutes from my kids in Minneapolis. So while it was halfway across the country, it was right around the corner from family. And all of the things that went into making that happen came kind of rushing back to me. It was not about just one choice. Yes, of course I'm going to donate a kidney to my daughter. I mean, there's no choice there, but it was all the choices. Speaking of which, you see that these are the cards that you were working on. They're all pretty mixed, right? Different colors and suits and stuff. Okay. So it all came down to that first choice, which was, I'm going to donate a kidney for my daughter. Just like it comes down to the top card here. I want you to do me a favor. Turn over that top card. Lay it down right there. Now, it wasn't that one choice though. It was every choice along the way. Had I not have gotten sober 30 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to donate a kidney. I would have been a horrible father. I may not have been alive. Had we not have said yes to the paired donor program, our kidney would not have been, my kidney would not be with Carlo in Minneapolis. All the choices down the line were made, and this was fate. Brought us to, I may not have ever picked up a deck of cards in my life had it not been for that. Speaking of picking up a deck of cards, go ahead. Are you ready to deal with me? Every choice was made for us. Every card matches. Let me show you. Let me show you. Every card in the deck matches. Here we go. We got the 5, the 10, the jack, the 9, the 4, the 8, the 10, the 3, the 6, the ace, the 5, the 10, and the jack. Every card in the deck matches. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, that's just chance. That might have just happened. Let me jump back into our story for a second. Talking with Carlo, who has my kidney, and he said, I have received another blessing in the year that they didn't know us, we didn't know them, I didn't know what. He said, I was able to live to see the birth of my first grandchild. His grandchild was born 8 months after he got the kidney, 4 months before he even knew my name. His grandson's name is Vincent.
Wow.
This brings me back to where we started. Remember, you drew a card. You have a card in your pocket. I have a card in my pocket. All right, let's lay them face down here. Every choice was made and made for a reason. My name is Vincent. Carl's grandson's name is Vincent. Your card is a 6 of hearts. My card's a 6 of hearts. That's fate. Thanks, everyone. Yeah? We get it? How was that? Was that okay?
That was incredible. That was pretty impressive.